As of late, there has been quite a bit going on with both Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7 Zombies, so what we're going to do in today's video is round up all of the latest information and see where we are in regards to the state of Call of Duty, because we all know, and I can only talk for the Zombies portion here because that's the only mode I play, but I've also seen people say the same thing about Warzone and the multiplayer. COD is just a very controversial game. So anyway, the first thing I want to bring up is the final map for Black Ops 6 Zombies is apparently called The Reckoning. This was tweeted out by Hey I'm Alex, who was a good leaker back on the 26th. I'm not 100% sure about it, don't take it as an accurate leak, but the last Black Ops 6 Zombies map name seems to be The Reckoning. Just to quickly interrupt, I need help in editing a COD Zombie story video, so if you have knowledge on the COD Zombie story, good editing software, are able to record your own footage of all of the Treyarch COD Zombies games, preferably on PC for no-clip shots and B-roll, more than likely, I will need the most help for the games that don't have theatre modes such as Cold War, Vanguard, Black Ops 6, and Modern Warfare 3. I will send you the voiceover, and then leave it to you to include footage and visuals to it. So if you're interested and meet those requirements, drop me a message at the email on screen, gta5series@gmail.com. So as I was saying, the map's called The Reckoning, not Janus Towers. Now this makes sense because this makes sense because even though we've known what all of the DLC maps were going to be since November, which is a little bit of a shame, I feel like this wasn't always the case. Because of this, we haven't been surprised about the DLC maps that we've gotten, but the names in the game files for the maps always ended up being different to their official name upon release. Treyarch changed them. So it's no surprise at all the map isn't actually called Janus Towers, that was just the code name, and it's actually called The Reckoning. Could that give us a clue as to what the story will revolve around? Because in Black Ops Cold War, the final map in that game was called The Forsaken, and the story was about the Forsaken. Obviously, there's a play on words there as well because of its definition. In Black Ops 3 Zombies, we had Revelations, which was the revelation to the Ether timeline, at least the cycle. The final map for Black Ops 2 Zombies was Origins, which told us the origins of the zombie storyline. So perhaps the potential name of the map, The Reckoning, which means the avenging or punishing of past mistakes or misdeeds, could give us a clue as to what's going to be happening in that map. The past mistake that comes to my mind is perhaps Weaver and Samantha killing Richtofen's child, or maybe Richtofen trapping Samantha in the Dark Ether and creating the Samai and in a way torturing her. But either way, something that's taken place in the zombie storyline, the punishment or avenging for that is going to be at the forefront in this next map. I can only guess Richtofen is somehow going to avenge Weaver and Samantha killing his family, and he might do that by bringing them back from the dead. We don't know, maybe he fails at that. Right now it seems like Richtofen is friendly, we're working alongside him, although we don't trust him and he probably doesn't trust us as well. Whatever's going to happen, Richtofen has it all planned out. You would think he's not just going to let it slide. He's not simply going to let Samantha and Weaver get away with killing his family, even if he does manage to bring them back from the dead. I can't see Richtofen saying, okay, well I brought them back, I forgive you for everything. I forgive you for trying to assassinate me. Knowing him, he will get his revenge, somehow. I have seen a lot of people saying Janus Towers actually sounded cooler for a map name, but to be honest, I think The Reckoning is a great one as well. So yeah, we have about a month to go, a little bit longer, until it releases, and I'm pretty excited. We also got these leaked images for Black Ops 7. These appeared on Black Ops 6's Message of the Day, which I don't think was intentional, it was a mistake. It's showing the game's MP mode. It looks quite cool, but at the same time, it also doesn't look that different to any other modern Call of Duty. And I'm saying this because this has been a big issue over the past 7 years. Every time a new Call of Duty comes out, especially when it's from a different developer, everybody gets excited believing it's going to be different than the last year. Not just gameplay wise, but visually as well. But just looking at this, yes, okay, there's advanced technology, which you didn't see in BO6 because it's in a totally different era, but the actual art style and the colour palette looks the exact same as any other recent Black Ops game, Black Ops Cold War or Black Ops 6, or even the new Modern Warfare games. The art direction of all of the new Call of Duties is more or less the same. So okay, you can have new futuristic looking skins, new weapons, futuristic designs to buildings and vehicles, or robots like this, but the actual gameplay, the movement, the feel, and the art direction, not the design, makes every Call of Duty more or less feel like an expansion of one another. Whereas back in the day, I hate saying this, but it's a valid example, Treyarch games had a different art direction to Infinity Ward's games and Sledgehammer's games, and you knew when you moved on from Modern Warfare 2009 to Black Ops 1 in 2010, those games were going to look and feel different and play different. Whereas now that's not the case, and these screenshots confirm that for me. The colour palette is very much grayed and washed out like every Call of Duty. When I think of Black Ops 2, because this is supposed to be a sequel, that game was colourful, popping. This doesn't look like that, and in regards to zombies, that's a shame because you need that, otherwise every map feels, well, not that different to one another. You can have totally different locations, you can have new perks, new enemies, new boss fights, but this right here is the reason I don't look at modern zombies maps anymore and say, oh my god, wow, this looks amazing. This is an unbelievable experience. At the end of the day, zombies is dictated by the overall game. If this is the direction of Black Ops 7, then zombies has to follow that as well. Zombies takes the multiplayer and campaign's weapons, it takes a lot of its assets and reuses them, while also creating their own, but it's so difficult to put my finger on exactly what the problem is, because it just doesn't make sense to me. The most logical thing I can blame is Warzone. Every Call of Duty, more or less, has to feel the same, because it has to fit in with Warzone. The Modern Warfare games, the Black Ops games, whatever Sledgehammer are making, has to integrate into Warzone. It's one mode, it's not its own separate game, which means the separate games we do have, Black Ops, Modern Warfare, have to feel the same in order to fit into Warzone. If they're too different, then they're just not going to integrate. And that, I believe, is one of the main reasons why Call of Duty, well, gets as many complaints as it does now. Warzone was an amazing thing for COD in the start, back during lockdown when it first came out, but now I think it's actually hindering it a lot, especially the MP and even more so zombies. These modes suffer because of Warzone. That's just my theory anyway, I could be totally wrong. And the final thing I want to discuss in today's video, which is absolutely blown up over on Twitter. I'm sure you've all seen this image by now, which is a look at cell shaded in Liberty Falls. Because I don't care about the side modes or skins, I wasn't even sure what this was, but this is Liberty Falls with the cell shaded effect. I saw it, I wasn't fazed by it because this is just a regular in Call of Duty. Does it look stupid? Sure, but in relation to all of the crazy looking skins that we have in COD, no. But I saw so many people angry about it, and then this person quote tweeted it saying this is quite possibly the ugliest video game screenshot of all time, and you can see the amount of interaction it had. 3.1 million views, over 100,000 likes. This is one of the biggest Call of Duty posts I've seen on Twitter ever, especially in relation to just zombies. This shows not only the state of modern Call of Duty, but where BO6 Zombies is at as well, and where people are with this mode. It started off so good, or well, Terminus had a great reception, Liberty Falls not so much, but the map itself is not bad. People liked Citadel Day more, and then The Tomb came out, people's reactions worsened, and then Shattered Veil, yes it's a good map, but there's really nothing to it. Like most of this game's maps, there's no substance there, and then this seems to have just pushed people over the edge. It's proof that for a lot of people, they're kind of done with it, or at least don't really expect anything from it anymore, which is such a shame for zombies. Treyarch spent years building it up to become what it was, this absolute behemoth. You take your minds back to Black Ops 4, zombies was the main mode. That was what Treyarch and Activision marketed, not the MP, not Blackout. Zombies was at the forefront, and then since then, it feels like the mode's just been treated like shit, like a side mode again, when I genuinely believe if they actually put the love, care and effort and attention into it, it could easily become bigger than MP. I mean, just look at the amount of people that have asked for a standalone COD Zombies game, or Zombies Chronicles 2. I don't think the developers quite realise how big Call of Duty Zombies is or was. Well, they should do, they have all these statistics, they know the amount of people playing the game, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Zombies never was just that big, but I find that hard to believe because you look at the views on YouTube that it got, especially during Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4, or even now, the amount of people watching tutorial videos for the main Easter eggs are in the millions compared to MP videos or Warzone videos. When new content releases for zombies, it pops compared to Warzone and MP in my opinion, yet I just don't feel it gets the respect from the developers. They don't push it to the next level for some reason. And then when they release stuff like this, knowing the community is already in turmoil, what did they expect? Did they make this screenshot and then think, oh, you know what, we'll release this because it looks epic. Surely the community will think the same. Surely this will make people want to play it. No, that was never going to happen. How did they not see with the state of COD Zombies that releasing a screenshot like this was only going to wind people up further? I personally don't have any problem with game modes like this, or skins, maybe because they're standard now, but it was interesting seeing this post blow up because I honestly didn't know this many people would be angry about it. 100,000 likes is actually insane. So anyway, there we go. Just a couple of things I wanted to talk about in today's video. I had a little bit of catching up to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest content on the channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Until then, goodbye.